Well, wonderful. Hey, I want to thank each one of you for your feedback. That is the part that really feeds me because it gives me an opportunity to see what actually sticks. I'm delighted to be here. This is done as a way for me to allow you to invest your time to get the value that I'm able to offer to you, because I know that you will invest your time before you invest your money. But make no qualms about it. My intent is to go deeper in a relationship with you so that I can actually help you to achieve those goals that you have in order to fulfill your purpose. And so my desire is to be the who for you. And so what I want to invite you to do is to really engage me with what is your more pressing challenge or pain or your desire, because I want to serve you at the highest level and I won't withhold anything. So as I said, if you lend me your ear, I'll give you my heart. And as a point of reference, when you think about coaching, if you've never ever considered it or experienced it before, the way I really want to put it is that it's just me being a guide to walk with you in the pursuit of those things in which you have a desire for, providing some perspective. Maybe I'll help you discover what's holding you back and then find the motivation to move forward. Maybe I'll challenge your assumptions and help you to find truth and meaning. I can help you to identify ways to capitalize on your strengths and then manage your weaknesses. We can increase your awareness and clarity to help you to make better decisions. We can clarify what your priorities are. Also aid you in creating processes and structure, keep you focused, answer your questions quickly, provide you with an honest and personalized feedback, challenge you to think differently and explore new options, help you to move out of your comfort zone and to make changes and to grow, make you more accountable, support you and boost your confidence, improve your work-life balance and relationships, help you achieve your goals sooner and set new goals, and then help you to save money, save time, and to seize opportunities. And so if any of those things speak to your situation where you want to improve your health, your finances, or your relationships, then that's where I want to extend an invitation to you to actually have a scheduled session where you can drill down. But tonight is all about you. So talk to me. How may I be of service to you?
Everything Cynthia said about I am the asset, and that sales are helping people to understand the logic and benefit of making decisions, making a decision or taking an action. But I also, I really liked when he was going into leverage, talking about how we must grow our capacity to handle the responsibility that comes with the desires we have. And, you know, focus on who can help me versus how can I do this.
Great to see Colleen. Colleen has been a person that's worked with me and gotten some great results. Hopefully before we leave out here, she can share her experiences. That way you got at least somebody that can tell you about what it's like to engage with me. And Colleen, how are you? Oh, let me help you out. All right.
There we go. Hello, sir. How are you?
Great. You look great.
Thank you very much. I mean, the thing about you, Nate, is that you ask the you ask the tough questions, man, and you hold our feet to the fire. And I have to admit that scares me just a little bit in this arena, because as you mentioned, I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 4, I worked with you on your financial freedom course. And it was incredible. I did listen to you, and I did everything that you recommended, and the workbook and the whole business. And so, you know, the only debt that we have now is our mortgage. I mean, car notes got paid off, and I mean, we never really carried huge credit card debt, but I mean, just the wisdom of just owning the cars outright, because all they're going to do now is deteriorate. Just made a lot of sense. And I did all the things and I don't regret any of it. But in this arena here, I had to say you scare me just a little bit. Because like those people you mentioned in the beginning of that video, the people who are full of excuses aren't the ones who are raising their hand to come forward and work with you. And in these other areas, I've always been kind of a queen of excuses. So, there's that. I love my full-time job as an oncology nurse. I feel that I have been called to that job and that I am doing God's work in that job. So yes, although in that aspect, I am exchanging time for dollars. I feel like I'm exchanging that time for dollars, in the name of God. And I do get a great deal of paychecks of the heart, as they like to say in Mary Kay, in addition to being paid very well with very great benefits. So my Mary Kay business, Shopping with Melaleuca, and my Pink Zebra are all kind of side hustles that I have going on to sort of transition me into retirement, even though we have planned well for retirement and should be able to live in retirement without changing our standard of living much. Those side hustles offer me not only a little extra walking around money, but something to be able to do with my time and continue to serve others, more so than any one of the three side hustles giving me freedom from something I'm not seeking to be free of right now.
I celebrate you. In fact, you're doing what I encourage people to do if they're in fact in that position where they're actually doing something that they enjoy. See, my recommendations always are have a W-2 and have a business. Use the W-2 in order to fund and to provide you those things to help to accelerate your wealth creation, so that in turn, when you're building the business, you're building a business versus self-employment.
Right.
So that when you leave, you're doing so not to take a job. So my thing is, as you're working your business, working your job, and you're doing your business, imagine being able to put systems in place so that that actually becomes a real business, because it's possible,
right,
if you do some things. And I'm not talking about this idea of counting on other people to be motivated to go make money. See, I'm the guy that looks at network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing, all those things from the vantage point of an entrepreneur versus from the vantage point of distributors and 1099 people. I'm the one that simply says that, okay, yes, this is a business within a business, but now build it as a business, as opposed to doing it where it's really you swapping time for dollars and you're just a commission paid employee for the company. And that might be a shocker to many people, but trust me, I'm talking about it from the vantage point of how do you actually make this work for you, so that in turn, you don't find yourself working it and not being able to work on it.
And that just, I have your book, of course. It is a most excellent book. But in addition to pulling your book back off the shelf to revisit it, as you suggested, I just kept thinking about that speech of hers. And, the timing of this is, pretty good, I'd say, Nate.
Not accidental. So thank you once again. So, hey, we're here. So you know that we're here. And once again, the same thing as I said with Cynthia is that if you feel you have the capacity and the potential to be more than you've been thus far,
right,
then I think that you and your family deserve it. And here's the thing also I'll tell you, is that working with me is 100% tax deductible. As a business coach, and with you all being business owners, then you really need to look to see, well, do you find yourself with the possibility of having to pay the government? Would you rather invest it in yourself and then in turn keep more of your money, but then have me working with you to lay out a game plan to have more next year so you can have that same problem of, okay, let me invest in myself once again and then keep that cycle going. And ladies, if it's not for you right now, and men, that's what I want your help with. If I've served you tonight in any capacity, I'm looking for people that are W-2 employees who don't have a business to be able to give them the insight of that there are two different tax systems. There's a tax system for the employee and a tax system for the business owner. And I want to show them what steps need to be taken in order to qualify for those tax deductions. And then in turn, help them to actually make money. And they can do so turnkey. It's not something that they've got to struggle with trying to figure out what to do. Initially, I can just help them to be able to get started. And then in turn, we can grow those other skills. And those skills that I work on are leadership, sales, speaking, and financial. Leadership, sales, speaking, financial. Third time, leadership, sales, speaking, financial. So thank you very much for your comments and your consideration. Don't be scared. You won't be alone. Here's that lesson again. Let me say it again. If I tell you, you'll forget. If I teach you, you'll remember. If I involve you, you'll learn. This is about me trying to make sure that I don't leave you in the same place like you do in church service. Get the rah-rah feel good on Sunday, then you roll out on the next day, your shoulders slump down.
Oh, gosh.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, that's it. So I ain't here for entertainment. I'm literally trying to actually help you to create a transformation. That's my commitment, to help you to make a shift so that you're not staying in the same spot.